Good evening, fans. Welcome inside the Luke Urban Fieldhouse here at Durfee High School for Big Three Boys Hoops. Durfee hosting New Bedford, and I am joined by a special guest tonight. We've been trying to do this for a while. We have the class of 1984 Hilltopper Hall of Famer, Vic Pereira. Great to have you here, Vic.
Great to be here, buddy. Looking forward to a great game. I think Durfee can pull this one off tonight and hopefully make the tournament and to move on to continue playing. So it's great to be here. Always exciting, Durfee and New Bedford. It's always a great matchup.
It certainly is, and it didn't go Durfee's way in the first meeting between these two teams on the road. Durfee in really a must-win situation. They're at 9-9, and you don't want it to come down to the final game of the year versus Attleboro to try to get in the tournament. They want to take care of business tonight.
Yep, and I think if Durfee comes in and plays hard and smart and takes care of basketball, I think they'll be in it, towards the end of the game and hopefully get a win.
On the other side, unfortunately for the Whalers, they're not going to be in the tournament this year. They will be absent. They are 4-13, so really just trying to play spoiler here tonight. The Hilltoppers celebrated senior night before the game as well. We're going to show you that at halftime as Nick Salmon just put that up for three. So we'll have that pregame ceremony for you during halftime, so you want to stick with us there. That was put up by Torres.
Torres missed layup. Brendan White bringing the ball up.
Going to the corner looking for Salmon. Salmon almost lost it off the fingertips. Going to slow it down a bit. What a finish to the JV game, Vic, huh?
Unbelievable. It's probably one of the best JV games I've seen in a while. It came right down to the last shot by Durfee on a three-point shot to win the game.
Joe Camara for three. No good. Hits the rim, a fresh 30, but a foul is called. The Hilltoppers were down by 8 points, just a couple minutes to go, and they went on a run and won it with a buzzer beater three. I mean, that is, you're right, about as exciting as it gets.
Yep. That first foul was on Joe Camara. Good hustle foul. Try to get his offensive rebound, but a great job boxing out by New Bedford.
On the other side here, we have Lamar Antone, and now Nicky Salmon going to pick up his second team foul.
Again, Durfee can't afford to get those kind of tic-tac fouls. You got to move the feet, beat him to the spot, make New Bedford earn every basket.
That's something that we saw a lot, especially early in the season. They were maxing out in each half, so they do have to limit that for sure, especially with the tournament looming.
New Bedford kind of, getting those offensive rebounds. That can't happen by Durfee. They got to box out and limit New Bedford to one shot per possession.
Chaitanera gets the scoring started.
That's great. Great patience by Nick Salmon on that break. Didn't force it, got it out. Made that extra pass, and Chaitanera knocked it down.
So that was for two, and we went 90 seconds scoreless here, and now this is for a long three from way out. That was an NBA shot right there for Antone.
Antone, different zip code there, Evan,
He's taking that shot all the way from New Beige.
Absolutely. A great take to the basket by Nathan Cherritt. Great strong move, and created the foul.
Yep, Chaitanera is going to go to the line for two. That ball did not go in, so he'll get two shots as Torres picks up number one.
His first foul, and that's the team's first.
No dice on the first one.
Got to make the easy ones, guys. That's why they call them free throws. Got to get to the line, knock them down.
Do you feel a little pressure when you first hitting the line for the first time in a game? Do you think that plays a little bit into it?
Well, it's all about concentration and taking your time. You got 10 seconds to shoot that shot, Evan. No need to rush. Keep your composure, confidence, and knock them down. And we got to knock them down because every point and every opportunity is so important in this game.
Chandler Keeney gets involved in the scoring. He makes it a 5-3 game.
Again, Durfee giving up too many second shots, Evan. Again, New Bedford is not as tall as they used to be in the past. They got to allow New Bedford to one shot per possession, and that's boxing out.
And it looks like Nick Salmon's going to get away with that one there. He had to fight for it.
Great pass.
That was a good setup there. Nilanera for two.
Nilanera in that secondary break coming down the gut, and Nick Salmon makes, again, playing that point guard position. Great passing. Way to be unselfish.
Wow, and that was a great hustle right there. Salmon almost went diving into the bench to keep it in bounds, and Durfee's going to get that turnover. Camara's going to inbound, getting the start.
Camara, again, a great role player, knows his limitations, plays smart, picks his spots on the floor where to shoot the ball. He's not going to force it much. And he really hustles and crashes the offensive glass. So I like the way Joe Camara plays the game. His dad, a great Durfee player in his own right. Back in the day, he played with me. And, again, Joe has a good basketball IQ. So hopefully he can bring some of that to the game tonight. Hopefully get a Hilltopper win.
And not to mention, too, having to watch his two sisters play before he even got to come here and play. So definitely a basketball family, that's
Absolutely.
for sure. He wants 3, and it's no good off the back of the rim. And a nice grab there by Baron Hilton.
Turnover, steal by Joe Camara.
Close to a travel. The New Bedford guys were calling for it. I didn't see the plant foot move, so.
Yeah, kind of a close call. You know, if you're really not sure, the officials are not going to call that game, not going to make that call. But again, Chayton Nara with a nice move, under control, took the pull-up jumper and knocked it down.
Toppers with the lead here. Durfee's going to pick up the third foul.
Third foul, once again, those silly fouls, Evan. They can't, again, move the feet, mirror the basketball, don't reach in, and play that smart defense. Every foul is important.
Do you attribute that to maybe doing too much? Is that maybe what it comes down to sometimes?
A little over-aggressive and, again, not playing smart. You want the player to pick up the dribble and, again, mirror that ball and make it really difficult to make that next forward pass.
That one in and out. So
great offensive rebound by number 33. That was Hilton on the offensive glass. Again, Durfee's going to do a better job, Evan, of boxing out.
Yeah, and you can see they definitely have a height advantage right now between Salmon, Nillen, and Chayton. I mean, they definitely have the height advantage underneath. So to your point, boxing out should be easier than a bigger team.
And whether any size of the team, whether they're taller or smaller, you still need to box out.
Mm-hmm. Camara got that rebound. Durfee back on the offensive after the Whalers came up empty and almost stolen by Keeney. Salmon going to the hoop. Great take is right, and he had to fight for that one too. Got it off the fingertips.
So far, Durfee's playing under control offensively, not forcing any shots. And downtown, number 33, Hilton, answers the call with a three-pointer.
So Lamar Antone with a 3-ball, and now Hilton with a 3-ball, and White giving it to Nara. Nillen wants 3. That's off the rim. White with the rebound.
That's
back.
A great
that
hustle.
Is there was total fluidity right there. There was no stopping by White. Grabbed it and just spun and put it up.
Again, those are the hustle plays that get you to that next level, guys, And, again, New Bedford did not do a good job of boxing out that time. And Aaron play number 25. Again, Antone, again, his 5th point of the night. Get himself involved.
Well, that was a bad pass from White that time. Nillen was there, just kind of juggled it a bit, didn't get full control. Got to say, Vic, this is even with the Brockton game, this is probably our biggest crowd of the year, and it's nice to see the field house rocking.
Yeah, I like the student body section. I think they got to get really into it, get everybody excited. Again, that could be the difference too.
I'll tell you, they were, like I said, I haven't seen this play. It felt like a playoff atmosphere at the end of the JV game, and I said to Coach Colson when I was getting the New Bedford starters, I said, if that's any indication, we're in for a fun night. Nillen Nara for 3.
Nara downtown, his 5th point of the night, and Durfee up 14-10.
Interestingly enough, Nillen hits more shots from the corners without the backboard as, vantage point. It's the Durfee Hilltoppers steal it.
That was a great block by Morrissey. Very active player off defensively. Nick Salmon, pull-up jumper. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And Durfee up by 6.
Biggest lead.
I love the patience of Durfee's offense, not forcing it, but they got to do a better job on the defensive end.
Well, everybody knows, and we hate to bring it up, but everybody knows how bad they shot in New Bedford that first game. Salmon for 3! Timeout on the court. 9-point lead.
Chayton Nara, great job coming down, penetrating down the middle, sucked in the defense, found his teammate Nick Salmon in the corner, and knocked it down.
Coach Colson calling timeout, wanting to regroup. But as I was about to say, is everybody who went to New Bedford in the first meeting, they know how bad Durfee shot. It was not a good game. It was probably the worst game of the season. And Coach Guimond told me the next day, he said, it cannot get worse, so we're going to get better. Right. And, slowly they've found their strides. And right now they're ahead, which I think many expect that they should be ahead.
Right, and the difference is the balance of scoring thus far in this first quarter is that we have Nick Salmon with 7. Chaitin and Nilan Nera both with 5. So we need that balance score and everybody contributing. If we continue with this type of play, I think we've got a really good chance of beating New Bedford tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure. And, I know that there were some games we've seen where usually it's kind of one-sided. We'll see maybe just Nick standing out or just Chaitin. You got to get everybody involved, and it shows that they're getting everybody involved as a team. They're working together. That's important.
And if Durfee keeps, stays away from foul trouble and continues to play this game, and we just need them to play a little better off on defense, a little more disciplined and boxing out, I think we'll be okay, Evan.
Well, timeout is done. New Bedford's going to have the ball here. They trail by 9, largest deficit of the night. We're only in the first quarter. Already 19-10 is the score. We had 2 minutes before we take a inter-quarter break. So lots more hoops to be played. That's for 3. That's good from way out. And Antone sinks his second.
Antone shooting like my buddy Curry out in Golden State. Durfee's going to do a better job recognizing who that shooter is and make him put it on the floor and not give him any open looks.
Salmon trying to get out. They're going to get it to Morency.
Morency.
Big rainbow there, but a little teardropper.
I thought that was Robert Parrish out there, Evan, with that high archer.
Well, he gets the steal.
Back at the Celtics of 84.
Tyshawn Lopes into the game. Can't put it up, but he is fouled. He'll take 2 shots.
I think the foul will be on number 15, if I'm not mistaken. That is correct. Chandler Keeney, his first foul. That'll be team's 3rd.
Both sides with 3 fouls here in the early going, and Lopes with his first trip to the line looking to get in the book.
Lopes, a fine young player, Evan. Young player, has a lot of ability. So again, the future's bright for him, and he'll probably be a starter next year. Saw him play last year at the JV level, did a nice job. So it's nice to see him moving up to the varsity.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize I thought he was a junior this year. He's only a sophomore.
Only a sophomore, that's
and
correct.
He has started some games. He's 1 for 2 at the line, so he's in there.
Yep. Again, very difficult as an inexperienced player to play at this level, Division I basketball in the state of Massachusetts. So he kind of struggled a little bit with some inexperience, but the future's bright for that young man. And that's, again, there we go.
That's a tough foul right there.
Yep.
And that's going to be on Salmon.
That's his second.
I believe.
That's his second, Evan. Again, we made that point earlier, is not allowing us to get into any foul trouble. And Chaitin Nara now is coming out and into the ball game, number 21, Gabe De Oliveira. Gabe, one of a defensive specialist, really plays hard on defensive end. Great move by Coach Guimond, taking Nick out for a little bit, not allowing him to get his 3rd foul.
Yeah, Nick he hates when he makes a mistake. When he gets mad, it's not at the call. He's mad at himself.
Correct.
And and that's because he cares that much. Yeah. So good drive to the basket. Drawing the foul is Antone. He's going to go to the line. This will be New Bedford's first free throw opportunity tonight.
And a foul is on Isaiah Morency. Again, Isaiah's going to bring his hand straight up, kind of bailed the kid out because he's really oversized, much taller, plus with his arm span. Go straight up and make him alter the shot instead of trying to block him every shot.
Yes, absolutely the tallest player out on the court. Morency. He's had some big games this season for Durfee as well. First free throw is good. And with this next one, Antone could give himself 10 points already.
He's carrying his team, Evan. He's putting his team on his back tonight, and because he's putting on an offensive clinic thus far.
He is. We were here last night for the girls' senior night, and Shaylin Carrero had a 10-point fourth quarter, and she bailed him out because that was the difference in the game. So it was a big win for the Durfee girls on senior night, despite being out of the tournament this year. She carried the team, and we're seeing that right now from Antone for New Bedford.
And that's what the great players do. Having games like this, even though New Bedford is not tournament bound, they're going to play spoiler tonight. And they want to win this game because once they play Durfee, no matter what the records are, okay, it's still a really big rivalry.
New Bedford gets their second rebound. They're going to get their 3rd shot here. Another one from outside, no good. And the Hilltoppers still struggling to get the ball. Durfee's going to get it, though, here. It went out off of red.
We got to do a better job rebounding, Evan. We got to be aggressive. Rebounding is all about attitude and effort. That's what it doesn't matter how tall or big you are or small you are. It's all about that effort and attitude.
Well, Chaitin Nara back in.
So I'm boxing out, right?
He's boxing out.
Right?
Got Greg Sullivan, who from the Herald, you saw earlier this season, did a game with me. He's off to the right. Yeah. He just called a technical foul. And now, and I'm off to your left, Vic. and you're boxing us both out. 5 seconds in the quarter. Chayton Nera going to go baseline,
That's
gives
a
a little
move.
shove,
That's a great
puts
move.
it in for 2.
Great
A good,
move.
strong finish to the first quarter for the Hilltoppers. They lead by 7.
Again, Coach Guimond, great coaching decision, waiting for that last shot. So New Bedford would not get an opportunity for a last shot at the first quarter.
So, yes, a 7-point lead for Durfee. And, again, to your point, good setup there. Chayton got free, and that was a good way to close it out because they let New Bedford kind of crawl back a little bit. But finishing strong, Chayton with 7 points in that first quarter.
Again, it's all about the 22-15, and if Durfee kind of did a better job rebounding, I think the score would have been a little more here as well. So Durfee, great first half offensively. I like the patience, the teamwork, but also we need to work on that defensive end, boxing out.
Well, that's a good word there from Vic, and I'm sure Coach Guimond is seeing the same thing that we are.
Yeah,
so
he's probably talking about that as we speak, right, Evan?
Absolutely. So 22-15 is the score, and we'll have the second quarter coming up in just a bit. We'll tally up these first quarter numbers for you.
Again, what's concerning is Nick Salmon with those 2 fouls. Hopefully he can come back and not pick up his 3rd before the end of the first half. Because that can play a difference in the ball game as the game goes on and into the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Yeah, don't want to lose him too early.
Right.
That's for sure.
In a game like this where you got to qualify, you want your best players in the game at the most important parts of the game, which, during that 4th quarter time.
I'm looking at the WSAR guys in front of us, and one of the guys here rocking the Beats headphones.
Yeah, big time. Hopefully we can, Fred TV can get that in their budget next year for you.
Well, you know what?
Beats,
Vic, these headsets we're using this year are brand new, and they are worlds better than the ones that we had, which they were pretty old. So, and so Renee took care of us, and we've never had headsets doing these games here.
Well, they get great sound off these things, so they did a nice job. Durfee again, a good rebound by Brenda White getting the line. That's a great pass.
All alone.
Oh my God. Again, Nick Salmon doing a great job playing point guard tonight, and a great finish by Nathan Nara. New Bedford never really got back to set up the defense. Durfee took advantage of that.
There's a long 3. Oh, we're going to see 3. That's a careless foul right there. And then we're going to see 3 shots from Torres. And very rare to see something like that.
That's Chayton Nara's 2nd foul. So you got Nick Salmon and Chayton Nara, one of the top 2 players with 2 fouls in this first half.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately that's just not a foul you take when they're taking a 3 ball from miles behind the arc.
Yeah, you don't want to get too close. You want to put a hand in the face. I guess Chayton Nara got a little bit too close. Try to get the hand in the face and then try to box him out and create the foul.
Well, the good news for Durfee is Torres getting 3 shots. He's missed the first 2, so he'll look for a reprieve here. He does hit the last. Consolation shot right there. So 24-16. Nillen set up in the corner again. I was starting to say before when he hit that 3, going back to when he was with Conley, he loves the corner shots. And typically for 3s, it's nicer to have like the backboard so you get some sort of a vantage point as Brendan White set up for 3, no good.
Yep.
But Nillen loves the corners.
Yep, and New Bedford in that 2-3 zone kind of slowing down Durfee. Durfee kind of effective in that man-to-man offense. Great job by New Bedford coach to change it up and to play zone, kind of slow the game down a little bit.
Well, he knows that they're down by 8, so things weren't working as well in the beginning of the game, so we've got to make some adjustments, and now it's up to Durfee to live with those adjustments and make their own changes.
Yep. So I think New Bedford stays patient, Durfee stays patient, continues to move the ball and get open shots. We just got to knock them down against that zone.
4th foul for the Whalers.
And the first foul on Kenneth Franklin, number 30, with the block on the baseline.
In off the bench. He was not one of our starters. Thrown away right to the New Bedford radio guys there with 1340 ESPN radio.
There's a miscommunication there. Brendan White was spot up for that corner shot. Brendan was cutting to the basket and just not on the same page on that play.
So New Bedford's going to keep it here. And that's Torres taking it down. He got fouled on the 3 before. Misses that 3. Nillen Nera getting the rebound. Gets it to Big Bro.
Chase is slowing it down. Nothing on the break. Smart move.
And there's Nillen. Wants another one from the corner. That one's off the back of the rim. No dice there.
I think Durfee should have been a little more patient there, not to take that quick three. Make New Bedford play longer defense. But it was a wide open shot, high percentage shot. He could make those. But I would have liked him to be a little more patient on offense.
Yeah, again, that is Nillen's kind of bread and butter. So he does like to take those shots when he can, and he's going to pick up Durfee's 7th foul, and no more to give.
And that's Nillen's first foul.
So bonus shots now, and this one will be 2 shots because Torres was in the process of going to the hoop, and he hits the first. But from this point forward, New Bedford will go to the line regardless.
All right, at that time, Torres knocked down both of them. Again, we've got a great game here, 24-18. Chaitanera bringing up the ball. We need a 6-man group to show a little more energy to get this place rocking.
Well, New Bedford's 6-man is starting to rock, and I know that'll wake up our guys.
Yeah, I hope so.
Toppers have allowed 3 points, all at the line this quarter. As we're 2.5 minutes in, they only have the field goal from Chaitanera to start it. So low scoring early on here. Nick Salmon gets the ball. I'm sorry, that's Kamara got the ball back and threw it away.
The ball, guys. Great hustle by Kamara. Great take by Lamar Antone.
He's having a big game right now, 12 points.
Scoring 12 out of the 20 points. This kid's carrying the Whalers in this first half.
I'll tell you, this shake in the stands.
Great look. Nick Salmon to Nillen Nera, a great assist. I'm really impressed tonight with Nick Salmon's composure on the offensive end, playing that point guard role.
He loves those jumpers, and he does a great job with them, and then he can get the ball to whomever's underneath as well. So he's having a good game so far. He again, 7 points, and that was a good assist right there for him.
That's good ball movement. White penetrates, little runner. Nice job. Brendan White with his 4th point. Nice patience on Durfee. Passing the ball and getting into that open lane, knocking it down. Great patience.
Quick 4-0 run for Durfee opens the lead back up to 8. Another 3-ball put up by New Bedford, and that was right at the line for
Michael Alvarado for 3.
Number 11, yes.
Knocking it down. I think New Bedford keeps answering the call. If New Durfee comes down and scores, and New Bedford answers the call either with a deuce or a 3. Salmon downtown. That's again
wide to the left. And
Alvarado pull up short. Great rebound by Salmon.
Now see, he had time there, and he kind of rushed that one himself. White to the basket. Gets fouled, and he's going to head to the line for 2 shots.
Great job by Nick Salmon pushing the ball down the floor on an odd man situation and finding the open player, creating that easy basket, easy foul for White to go to the line.
Franklin just into the game in the second quarter, going to pick up his 2nd foul. It's the 5th foul for the team. White, his first trip to the line starts with a basket. Now they got Morency in there.
Again, great job by Joe Kamara doing the little things that are going to make the difference for Durfee to win this game.
Second shot missed, so 1 for 2 at the line. Pressure going the other way. That was good hustle there.
Brendan White did a great job getting back on D to contest that, and New Bedford player dribbled off his foot out of bounds.
I'll tell you, if it wasn't for Antone and the 3 balls that New Bedford's put up, this would be a very different game right now. That's what's kept him in.
Absolutely.
That was a bad pass by Salmon. Not sure what he was who he was looking for. Somehow Durfee able to retain possession, and nice Chaitanera puts it up. Doesn't go, though.
I think Nick Salmon and Brendan White got to get on the same page because they haven't been on the same page with some of these passes.
Torres off the back of the rim.
Good rebound off the long. You know, if New Bedford's going to hit those threes, those rebounds are going to go long, and our guard's going to rebound tonight.
Well, that was another miss, so I'd say they're probably hitting it at best 50%. New Bedford is with the threes. They've put a lot up. While they've hit a few, a lot haven't gone. Brendan White wants 3, in and out, and the rebound to Medeiros.
I think we're selling for too many threes. I think we need to get that ball inside to Morency. They got nobody in there to contest him with the height. So let's try to get the ball inside, and then if they collapse, then we can get it outside for some easy jumpers.
Morency with no points so far. And I mean, he's had limited time, but still no basket for him yet, and a bad throw to White. Butterfingers, it'll go into the cheerleaders off the baseline there. It's another turnover.
Can't afford those turnovers, and those turnovers are kind of uncontested turnovers where it's not the pressure of the defense creating the turnovers. That's just, again, lack of concentration. We cannot afford that against a team like New Bedford.
Unforced errors, as they say. Still a term from another sport.
Yep.
Another three put up by New Bedford, and they're not going. You know what? To your point of Durfee settling for threes, just throwing bricks up there. Yep. Well, New Bedford's wasting their own possessions right now.
Right.
Nillen wants three. That one no good. Nick gets his own rebound there. Stayed with it. From the free throw line, no good.
We're going to get some Durfee players to crash the boards to try to get some offensive rebounds because we have the height advantage, Evan, and we need to crash the boards and try to get second shots.
And Coach Guimond with a clap of the hands knowing they missed that rebound as well.
Brendan White taking a breather, played some great minutes there with 5 points coming off the bench, doing a great job.
I interviewed Brendan before he came to Durfee. He was at one of Jason Springer's basketball camps a couple years ago, and really good kid, and he's having a good time here at Durfee.
Jake Nara
going up the ladder, huh?
Nice.
Salmon, no good. Nara again there to save the possession. Out to Joe Camara for three. The old wedge shot right there.
All right.
Does that count for anything?
I think this game might be over here. Oh, okay. Somebody finally get that. That thing was stuck there. I couldn't do that 100 times if I shot that ball in the corner.
Better check the air pressure in that now.
Again, great hustle by Durfee, though. Great teamwork. Getting that open shot. We just got to knock him down. Right now, both teams are struggling to score.
Yeah, they are. New Bedford with the upper hand this quarter. They've got 8 points. Durfee with 7. Make it 11 points. That's a big three for Alvarado. He's got 2.
That's 2 threes. He's got 6 coming off the bench, giving the Whalers a spark. Again, Durfee's going to do a better job recognizing those 3-point shooters. And
timeout Durfee as Nick Salmon gets his 8th and 9th points on that basket.
Great take to the basket. Good, strong move on the control. Again, the Whalers were caught sleeping there on defense.
They were at that time.
Old school Matador defense.
Well, I can tell you.
I'm 51. I think I could have done a better job defending on that play.
Well, that's.
I can still move the feet. I'm getting some chuckle back here from some heckling guy. I'm not going to say his name.
You see coming up here right now, we have our Durfee student body president.
Yes.
JP McDonald. Good to see you, too.
JP, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you,
JP, we got
buddy.
a mic for you. It's on.
Thank
okay.
You.
So, folks at home, JP, we've been trying to get him on here for the last few weeks because there's lots going on with student government.
Of course,
and so we want to try to plug that, including the fact that you guys were doing a 50-50 tonight as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so thank you for allowing me to come on, guys, and inviting me. That's a great opportunity. But, there's a lot going on at Durfee recently. We just volunteered at the St. Bernadette Soup Kitchen, as well as had our own holiday drive where we allowed we collected canned goods, clothes, and all sorts of items, and we donated it to local charities around Fall River, which was a great way to get involved. So thank you, and again. But we're going to hold a book drive soon. So we'd like to get a lot of the community behind it, and it's a great way to get our youth involved in the best way possible.
That's great, JP. We're proud to have someone like yourself who's giving back and, from Durfee to the community. You're such a great ultimate student athlete and a great example for not only for Durfee High School, but for the city of Fall River.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we got under a minute here in this first half. We'll have you stay with us, JP, till the buzzer here as Salmon thought about going for 3, instead going to hold up. They get it out to, that's Tyshawn Lopes, no good, and no rebound for Nillen. He was boxed out by Montero. Now on the other side, it put up for 3. I'll tell you, there have been so many threes put up tonight by the Whalers, I think more than field goals.
Exactly, and it fouls on Corey Medeiros, his first. Great contest in the corner on the 3. Great box out by Isaiah Morenci to create that foul.
About a 3-second differential on the shot clock versus the game clock, so Durfee will try to run it down, I think, as much as they can.
Yeah.
But if there's a shot, they'll take it. We've seen that before, too. Going out to Lopes, now back to Salmon. Nillen in the near corner. Salmon pulling up in the paint, no good. The rebound to Torres, shot clock off, 10 seconds. New Bedford will take the last shot. Around the arc goes Antone from way outside. Got to do better defending that in the second half, Vic.
Absolutely. Kid Antone's putting on a shooting clinic this first half, keeping New Bedford in the ball game. If it wasn't for this kid Antone, New Bedford would be in trouble. Durfee's
got to shoot better, and they got to defend that outside shot because it went from a 7-point game to now a 2-point game. So 31-29 your halftime score. But JP, before you leave us, I know that spring is coming, so you're going to be hitting the baseball diamond as well.
Of course,
you guys got to be itching for the snow to melt.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It always comes down to it. We get a lot of snow in February, which keeps us in the gym early in the season. But we're itching for the season. You know, we've been hitting the cages recently. Everybody's been getting in the weight room. It's going to be a good year.
All right, man. Listen, thanks for joining us, all right?
Thank you, Evan.
And
Thank
JP, do me a favor, get that 6-man crowd
Of course,
going second half, buddy, okay?
Go Toppers.
It's always nice to see you.
All right.
Have a great baseball season.
All right, we're going to stay on the air here during the half. We're going to try to see if we can get Dr. Malone up here. And so I'd like to talk with him as well. So, Vic, we'll see if we can grab him. I know he's talking to Dr. Bronhardt at the moment, but we'll give a shout for him. I think he might be taking off. We'll see.
Hopefully we can get him.
It'd be nice to get him up here.
A new superintendent.
He's going to come up.
Understands the importance of athletics.
Yes.
High energy guy. Then he's doing some great things at a short period of time here in our district.
So while we're waiting for him to come up here, Vic, you know, one of the big things you're talking about is, you know, boxing out on defense. And, you know, we didn't see a lot of that. We saw more of it, I'd say, towards the end of this second quarter. But the beginning of the game, Durfee does need to use that height advantage. They got to get the ball, and then they got to make the most of that possession as well.
And Evan, the box out has got to be consistent throughout. Okay, we see sports little pockets of defensive boxing out, but it's got to be more consistent. And we got to get to the shooters. The kid Antone and also number 11 Alvarado. Those are the two guys that every time they touch it, you got to get a hand in their face.
And then on the other side, Durfee kind of went cold on shooting a bit here. You know, 7 first quarter points for Chathan, 7 for Nick, 5 for Nillen. Well, combined only had 6 in the second quarter. So they've definitely had, New Bedford's made some adjustments, that's for sure.
They did. I think the difference there is going into that zone and allowing Durfee to slow down a bit and to change up on their offense. It's a lot different going from a man offense to a zone.
Exactly.
But Durfee did a nice job attacking that zone, moving that ball around. We just got to make shots.
All right, well, we're going to take a pause here, and we're going to show you the senior night ceremony that we promised. And we'll grab Dr. Malone, and we'll have him up here at the start of the third quarter.
Looking forward to it.
You're watching Big 3 Hoops on Fred TV. Evan and Vic back after this.
Tonight is senior night. We would like to take this time to recognize all the hardworking boys basketball and cheerleading seniors, as well as their parents and family members. We greatly appreciate your commitment and dedication to basketball and cheering here at Durfee High School. We'll start by recognizing the senior basketball players and their families. First off, senior number 2, Chathan Nera. He's met by his parents, Dr. Raj and Raven Nera. Next we have senior captain number 5, Nick Salmon, led by his parents and uncle, Nick and Paul Salmon and Bobby Egan. Next we have senior captain number 10, Nate Rodriguez. He's met by his mother.
That's the first time I've done this game. I don't remember. Ever. It's actually not that bad of a time. No, I thought it was going to be a little worse. Absolutely. I was down at UMass that Wednesday night.
department. I retired. Yeah, because I did all the financial. Took care of that. Took care of the phone.
You work for Anderson?
Bank of America and all those banks.
Last but not least, senior number 23, Felix Delgado, and he's met by his teacher, Liz Simons.
I'm going down to 14. I'm going to me and my son. Staying up visiting. Then I come home the 20th, I get back the 24th. I'm going to Fort Myers for a week.
You got a lot of games.
I have season tickets already. I have 4 seats. No budget.
That's how many games.
Then I just bought Detroit Lions.
Really? That's awesome.
I have 5 NFL teams.
The only reason I'm fucking doing it.
Atlanta, Buffalo, I just got on the ship. You know where I made a killing?
Next, we want to recognize the senior cheerleaders led by Michaela Cunha, their coach. First off, Victoria Pont, escorted by Susanna Rivera and Ronaldo Porter.
Looking down on it. Buffalo, I picked the seat. I'm in 4 rows up in the upper deck.
Next, we have Alyssa Linares, escorted by Donna and Nelson Linares.
I turn around. I'll go to a game or 2. I went to 3. My son went to the NFC Championship game. They raised my ticket price from $41 to $76 for the championship game.
Next up, Emily Roberts, escorted by Chandra and Ron Roberts. Next, Maria Cabral, escorted by David Cabral.
The other thing I don't like is staying out to the fucking Someone would say something right after the game. 10 minutes later, they wouldn't. After they had a chance to move on.
And last but not least, Captain Brittany Soares, escorted by Susanna and James Soares.
2 different soccer coaches called me this year from the field.
Seriously, why would you call Frank? Everybody in their right mind should know if you're going to write a letter, call.
90 seconds away from the third quarter here at Durfee High School. Evan Massoud and Vic Pereira with you for Big 3 boys basketball senior night. You just saw the senior night ceremony here, and really a nice touch. We got to honor the 4 seniors for the boys and the 5 cheerleaders as well who are seniors this year. So really always a nice moment.
Yeah, you know, as former athletic director, I used to love senior nights because that's how you recognize the seniors. They've done so much for our department, and also the parents as well. Recognize them because without them,
it's a family commitment. It's not just a player commitment.
Exactly. So it's nice to recognize the seniors and their parents. It's such a great night.
So now, everybody knows obviously you're over at Talbot as VP. Because we had the one-on-one with you on the sports report.
Yep.
You gave me the one-on-one interview back in the spring. And so tell me, what's going on over at Talbot? I know Pam and I have been there a couple times for some students, some news stories in the classrooms and stuff. But what do we got going on? What's coming up?
Well, again, Talbot's got some great athletics. We've got some great athletes coming out of Talbot. There's some former Talbot students on the team at Durfee right now. So a lot of great things. We're working very hard there to try to improve the school. But I miss being at Durfee. I miss the coaches. I miss the kids. But, things change. You got to move on. Next phase of your life. So, but it's great being here, coming back and, working with you. And hopefully we can get a W tonight to get the team to the tournament.
Hope so. Lots riding on this one. Again, Durfee at 9-9, right on the bubble. And we really don't want it to come down to having to beat Attleboro in the last game of the year. Got to take care of business tonight against a 4-13 New Bedford team and get the reprieve from the loss back at New Bedford a few weeks back.
Durfee doing a nice job. New Bedford back into that 2-3 zone. Good ball movement. Again, Durfee just not hitting the open shots.
It's only a 2-point game. It was 7 after the first quarter. New Bedford with a 14-point second quarter, outscoring Durfee 14-9, and this could be for the lead. It is.
It is.
Torres from downtown finally makes one. He's put up quite a few, and they haven't fallen. That one does, and New Bedford back out in front.
New Bedford doing a nice job. Durfee come out man-to-man, did a great job running their offensive set, good patience, knocking down the open shots. Fouls on 33 of New Bedford. That's Hilton, his first.
And that's the first foul of the second half as well. Nice little floater to Nick Salmon. He's going to go baseline, and he'll be fouled, and he'll go to the line. This is his first trip to the line.
Hilton picks up 2 quick ones, and Nick Salmon will go to the line shooting 2. I'm very impressed with Durfee's patience on the offensive end. If they continue that, now they're just going to make those shots.
That's the whole thing. You're right. The patience has been good. They're just not falling in their favor.
Yep. Nick knocks down the first one.
That's a big one there. Ties it back up 32.
If they start knocking down those open shots now, Coach New Bedford has to make a decision. Do I stay in this zone or do I have to switch up my defense?
A pair of free throws, and Durfee back out in front. So we have had a couple of lead changes. Great feed. Great underneath there by Antone, who just continues to put on a show. He's got 17 points for the New Bedford Whalers, and Antone is a senior, so he's making the most of this as his season coming to a close.
You know, New Bedford running that nice little half-court set. We got to do a better job of hedging out on that screen so that play does not turn the corner. Great pass, brother to brother there.
Yeah, that's right. The family connection. Nera squared, whatever pun you want to make. Nillen puts it in for 2. And now on the other side, good transition. Looks like Keeney put it in.
Number 32, I think that was Montero.
Oh, my bad. Montero.
Montero for 2.
And down on the court.
And New Bedford answering the call. Was there an errant foul? Something's going on. We have one of the officials speaking to Coach Guimond. Looks like Nila Nera might have been a collision. I don't know what happened. We did not see it. But is there a technical foul here?
There is.
On 22. So that's a team and also a personal foul. And that's Nila's second. I don't know if it was a flagrant elbow. I don't know what happened there. I didn't
see it at all. I saw the basket go down, and then I saw Montero on the ground.
Yep.
So, and now timeout called by Coach Guimond. Got to settle the troops.
Okay, this will be a crucial part of the game here. 2-point basket by New Bedford. Instead of Durfee getting the ball back, now a technical foul, 2 shots and the ball. Could be potentially a 6-point swing here.
It could, and, that's the thing. You got to be careful. And, for you folks at home, we don't have instant replay here, so feel free to, just scroll back a bit on your DVR or online if you're watching online. Just scroll that, meter back just a couple ticks. Take another look at that because I'll be perfectly honest, I totally missed it.
Yeah, we just missed that because it happened so quickly. It happened between Montero and Lilanera. After that basket, something happened, a little scuffle there somewhere. But the official made the call of a technical foul, so I figured it's some type of flagrant foul. So Nera has to sit down. He's got 2. We got Montero made the basket, so now New Bedford will put a player on the line shooting 2 free throws and then possession New Bedford.
So right now, Durfee trailing again by 1, and as you said, Vic, a possible I can't. We got Sully. So I'll tell you, Greg Sullivan must really have missed being on the air with me, and he's doing everything he can to disrupt.
He's got a hot camera there. He can't keep it in his hands.
He's got a tweet out. That's a technical foul at the table, I think.
Exactly.
Greg, if you want, we got the extra mic here.
So we got Montero at the line.
All right, I'll give you a minute.
All right, he's giving us a minute.
Sorry, Vic.
He's itching to get on as he's
tech. I think he stepped over the line.
I looked like he did. I don't think the official was even looking at the line. It's going to be the top official. White, what's he doing at half court? But again, I was never a fan of officials, but now the 6-man group's coming alive.
Yeah,
finally.
Let's watch those feet. Feet are good here.
Yeah.
This is the second.
1 out of 2.
And now New Bedford with the ball. Greg, what are you seeing, Mr. Sports Writer?
Well, I see number 25, Antone for New Bedford, is the fastest guy on this court. And if this is close at the end, he scares me a little bit.
He does. He reminds me of a Steph Curry-like type player who can shoot from any type of range. You probably think he's not going to shoot it from 30 foot out. He's going to knock it down.
Reminds me of Vic Pereira with a little more range.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
we'll talk later. All right, I'm done.
All right, Greg, go back to Twitter.
Oh, great steal by Joe Camara. So Durfee came out of the man, went zone. He's going coast to coast. Got to make the easy buckets. That's make the layup. Now New Bedford transition, and they made the basket.
So there's your 6-point swing regardless.
Yep.
And unfortunately for Joe Camara, it's been a tough night for him.
Yeah.
Big goose egg in terms of points thus far. Still plenty of time.
Well, again, missed layup, give up a layup. You know, that's how the game is at times. You got to take advantage of your opportunities. Sometimes you only come once, Evan.
And, you know, again, New Bedford kind of sticking with this zone defense, and it's given Durfee some fits, I think. It's been a good adjustment by Coach Colson.
Again, Durfee not able to make those open shots.
And now a 3 in transition, no good, but the rebound to Torres. Whalers keep it with a fresh 30.
Again, those long rebounds, our guards got to get those rebounds. Oh, that's a great give and go.
Oh, man, what a great save, and New Bedford keeps it. Joe and Chathan not able to get there.
You know, each one thought the other one was going to get the ball and let it go, and the Bedford player receives, gets the offensive rebound.
And a foul called on Morency. That'll be his second.
Again, Morency wants to be the shot blocker. Again, keeping those hands straight up, make him alter the shot to shoot over you. But I give this kid credit. Antone's impressing me. Aggressive going to the basket, can shoot the long 3. Very, very good player.
2 for 2 at the line in one trip. Trying to go 3 for 3. He does, and he's got 20 points.
He's got half of the points right now.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It is amazing. So he is carrying his team on his back to be the spoiler tonight for the Whalers.
And it's New Bedford's largest lead with that free throw. 6 points. New Bedford up 41-35. And
that's Antone's 6-point this half. Again, just being very consistent.
That looks good. That is good from outside. Brendan White for the 3.
Again, that's what we need, so that way they can get him out of that zone. Brendan White, very capable of making those shots. Probably one of the best outside shooters on the team.
That's going to roll in.
That's Montero for 2. Too easy, allowing that person right in the middle for an uncontested shot.
Getting loud on the other side finally, Vic.
Yeah.
White, no good. Going to get his own rebound. Stays with it, loses it. There's a foul.
Brendan White, 33. That's his third. That's Hilton's third foul. But great job of Brendan White following his shot, picking up that loose ball. I thought he was shooting. I thought he was in the act of shooting, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But let's see what the call is.
Well, no, you know what, because he was trying to get the rebound. He was coming towards us, so that's a good call. It's on the floor. This is for the tie. Off the back of the rim. Salmon out to White. They'll keep it. Don't want to say it, but it's just kind of a desperation game for Durfee, and they just turned it over.
Yeah, forced pass.
Antone, no fouls, to the basket.
8th point of the half for him for third quarter. Again, not a good pass. And
Brendan White looking for a foul on the miss, but Torres no good. Throwing up bricks here in the third quarter. I'd like to see Durfee get underneath here and try to start doing the little things again.
Exactly. Sticking with the patience, easy passes, high percentage passes. Keep moving the ball. You're going to get open looks.
There's a lot of time in this game.
Absolutely.
They're missing out on some of these possessions.
That's
They're
a nice
underneath.
Pass.
Oh, and it doesn't go.
Brendan White, great penetration, finding the open man. We just got to finish, Evan, like you've been saying. Great job rebounding by the Hilltoppers. Chathan bringing up the ball, and that's a foul on Antone. His first.
And Ilanera going to come back into the game. Morency out.
Okay.
That was the 4th foul of the second half here for New Bedford.
Durfee only with 2, which is great. Salmon and Chathan have not picked up a third, which is great. Again, that's a great shot. We got to knock it down, Evan.
Yeah, the shooting's just gone cold, unfortunately, for the Hilltoppers, and they're not getting the lucky break here on these any of the shots they're putting up, really. And one. Antone keeps it going. 10 points. Man, oh, man.
And that's a Nilan Naris foul, his third. This kid, Antone, does a great job changing speeds, keeping that defense on their heels, and good explosiveness to the basket. So, old school three-point play right here, knocks it down. Tell you, I'm impressed, number 25.
Certainly am, man. We got a problem with the scoreboard because Durfee does not have 10 fouls.
No, I think they're at 2, or they were at 3 team fouls.
Shot clock didn't start, and we got an issue with the fouls as well. So we got to take care of that, our officials.
So now we got in foul trouble for Durfee. We got Nilan Nera with 3, and Salmon and Chaitan Nera both have 2. On the New Bedford side, we have number 33 has 3, Hilton has 3, Franklin has 2, and Keeney has 2. So, again, this can play a factor as we get into the fourth quarter. So, a little technical difficulties here. AD Brad Buston is checking us out. As an AD, it's probably your stress level goes up once the clock is not working properly. And hopefully we can get some, my friend John Ferrara, softball coach, working the clock.
Yeah, this is his first year doing the scoreboard, and it's confusing.
Yeah, it could be confusing. Plus a big game like this. But let's see what the head officials at the table. Hopefully everything will be rectified and we'll get back playing some basketball.
Yeah, it's the fouls for Durfee. Durfee has 3. Right now it says 10 up there.
Yeah. So that's 4 on
There we go.
Team fouls 4 on New Bedford. That's correct. That's 3 on Durfee, and Durfee possession. Right now Durfee is down 10. We got to stop the bleeding here and answer the call.
Yeah,
so,
it's getting ugly fast.
Yep. That is a travel. Again, unforced errors here with the turnovers because the defense is not really pressuring that ball, and we can't afford to keep making these mistakes and hurting us right now at the third quarter.
New Bedford with 19 points. It's their highest output, and we're not even done with the third quarter.
Yep.
So, yes, they're doing everything right. Keeney missing.
Durfee very lucky there. That should have been 2 points there. Miscommunication in the block. Had somebody uncontested. Got to communicate on that zone defense.
Salmon to White. Lopes is into the game. He's off to the right. He'll get the ball now. Back to White. 10 on the shot clock. They'll go to Nilan in the paint. Nilan out to Nick Salmon. Salmon fouled.
Close call. I don't think number 22 is squared. Foul's on 32. 32. Montero. His first.
And that was on the floor. No basket there, so.
Again, Brendan White coming out, giving the Hilltoppers some good minutes. Number 15 in for the Hilltoppers for the first time tonight. A.B. Medrano.
Yeah, A.B. getting some time in here. Got to get the ball in. And it's a bad inbounding pass. Out of bounds, though. Back Durfee's way. And that's probably the first mistake Antone's made tonight.
I'm telling you, Durfee, again, not making good decisions. We need to take care of the ball, Evan. To beat New Bedford, we've got to rebound and take care of the rock. We do those 2 things effectively throughout this game, we have a good chance of winning.
Well, 2 minutes left in the third, 8 in the fourth. So 10 minutes of game time left, and Medrano looking to be a spark. No good, and he can't get there. Chaitan tried to jar it loose from Torres. Torres with a good feed to Keeney. He's fouled, and I think that might be – is that on Nilan again?
That's on Salmon.
That's on Nick.
His third. Again, give credit to New Bedford, pushing that ball up the floor, pressuring the defense, creating the foul.
And a timeout. Not surprised here because things are getting out of hand for Durfee.
And we have Keeney coming in after the timeout, shooting 2 free throws. So things have kind of taken a turn for the worse here in this quarter. I'll tell you, this kid, Antone, is putting on a show this third quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's going for college, but it'd be crazy if he's not playing in college because he's having a phenomenal game. At least tonight he is. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. He's got 26 points. So still.
How many in the third quarter, Ev?
Third quarter alone, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 points in the third.
I think he's outscored Durfee altogether in the third quarter. How many points?
He has.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and it's a big drought for Durfee in this third quarter is the factor, and turnovers. Take care of the ball is crucial, but we're not making our open shots. That's been a difference, and New Bedford has knocked down, and New Bedford has had a lot more high percentage shots, layups, and Durfee's still relying on a long ball.
Well, I think if there's any way that they can change it up here and try to double up on Antone and take him out of this, then maybe that might be their only salvation, because they're not making the shots, but either way, Antone's still putting up points.
Yeah, and then, Coach Guimond and staff have to make the decision now. Do we go a box and one? Do we switch it up or go some type of 3-2 zone or some type of, kind of more of a helter-skelter type half-court defense? That might have to happen as we get into this.
You're going to start to see a
game.
press, I think, sooner or later, because New Bedford's getting the penetration that they need.
Correct.
And when you're trailing by 10 already, you can't give up any more. You can't give up much more with the third quarter winding down here. Keeney, this is his first trip to the line.
His third point of the night, if I'm not mistaken.
It is his third point. Trying to make it a 12-point lead. That's no good. Chathan Nara.
Great rebound.
3 on 2.
He might have some number. He's going to take it. Great move. Took it to the basket. Hopefully this can spark the Hilltoppers to make a run.
He's 1 for 2 at the line. It's the 6th foul, so no more to give for New Bedford.
And that's Antone, number 25, Antone's second foul. Second foul, team 6th. Chathan Nara at the line, knocks it down.
He's got 10. Only Hilltopper in double digits now. That's going to be short. Tipped out. Great rebound there by Salmon to Lopes. You're right. Antone was coming in there, but good job by Salmon to deflect that back out. So Durfee will get another look at it here. 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Madrano. Tip, thrown away. Loose ball. Nara falls on it. Still loose. That's a travel.
I got to give New Bedford credit diving for that loose ball. We got to be just as aggressive, if not more, to have more players. Again, now a technical foul on 32.
He's the one who drew the technical earlier.
That's his second. This could be the spark and the turn that New Bedford needs to turn this thing around and get us back on track.
And I'll tell you, Coach Colson was not happy either at the travel call.
Correct. Well, what I think he was calling, Evan, was because a player, once they're on the floor, cannot slide. So that is a great call and official. But he's saying he was calling the timeout as soon as the player had possession of the ball.
But I think much like before, at the end of that JV game, I don't think he actually had possession.
Right.
I think that's the biggest thing. Right. Salmon. And I took it back as well. Both Salmon and Chathan with double digits here tonight.
Get in there. Yep. It's okay. Now we get the ball back. Again, hopefully we can take advantage of this and get the crowd involved in this to get us back.
Well, the good news is that we're in the third quarter in New Bedford with no more fouls to give. Durfee already into bonus. That's a big thing. Right. And they've shot well at the line. They've only missed they missed 5 by my count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So they're 7 for 12.
I tell you, this kid AB playing well, hustling again, but we can't finish those shots closer to the basket.
Last minute of the third quarter, Durfee down by 9. Look at this quick release 3. It's long and a foul. No jump ball. It's a foul. Durfee's going to keep it.
Okay, fouls on 15. That will be Kenny, his third. Team's over the limit. So we're going to knock down the free throws. This is how we're going to get back in this game, Evan. Let's make New Bedford pay for us being in the bonus, and now New Bedford making foolish fouls as well.
So 1-1 coming up here, and it looks like it's Lopes at the line.
That's correct.
Lopes was 1 for 2 back in the first quarter, only with the 1 point tonight.
1 point.
So
That's correct.
that's a big one right there to be able to get another shot. So he'll take a second after hitting the first. Madrano's going to take a seat. Brendan White back out there. Brendan White's got a tall task. He's going to be guarding Antone.
Great job.
Yes.
You know, for a sophomore, showing some great composure out there.
Durfee on a little bit of a run, and it's thanks to free throws right now.
Yep, Durfee sticking back to that man-to-man. Brendan White all over Antone, not letting him get the ball.
For three from way outside. And it's a 10-point game again.
Tell you, New Bedford answering the call.
And Chathan was there. It's not like not like Torres was unguarded. Almost thrown away. Salmon gonna lose it. Does he keep it? He does. Nillen underneath. Can't get it to go. White is there, and he's fouled for 2 shots.
Fouled on 30.
There's gonna be some gravitational pull or something.
His third, and White's in the line for 2. Again, you cannot afford to miss those easy bunnies. Again, great pass by Nick Salmon, finding Nillen there. Again, maybe rushing a little bit too bit closer to the basket. Great job by Brendan White going to the line, knocking it down.
10 points for him.
10 points. And
make it 11. The free throws are keeping the Hilltoppers in it. They only have 2 from the field in the third quarter, but they have 8 at the line, 8 for 10 at the line in this quarter. Whalers looking for the last shot. 3 seconds, a desperation 3, and it's off the glass. Nothing doing.
I tell you, if that would have went in, I would have just thrown the mic down and gone home, start up the car, because it would have been over. You know.
Come on, Vic.
If that shot would have went
give
in,
up that early.
This kid Anton, we're going to sign him for a 10-day contract. He'll be in the backcourt with Isaiah Thomas with the Boston Celtics.
A monstrous third quarter for New Bedford, 23
Absolutely.
points for the Whalers, and that's why they're ahead 52-44 at the moment.
Yep.
But really, those free throws saved Durfee big time in that third quarter at the end.
Yeah, again, if we make those easy bunnies, make our free throws, I think it would have been a closer score here. But plenty of time left. We've got 8 minutes left, but Durfee's going to come out with intensity. 8 minutes of hard play. Smart play, and I think we still have a chance.
Good news is Durfee is into bonus. 1 more foul for New Bedford. It's an automatic 2 shots, and Durfee has 2 fouls to give before New Bedford even touches bonus. So there is some wiggle room, but you don't want to make stupid mistakes like we talked about.
Again, we take care of the basketball and rebound, and hopefully we can make some shots. I think we can pull it off.
All right. We have 8 minutes left to play. It's an 8-point game here. Evan and Vic with you at the broadcast table. We're going to tally up the numbers from the first 3 quarters. And so stick around, just about ready to head back to the court.
You got it.
Third quarter about to begin here on Fred TV. And Vic, I'm tallying these numbers up, and really the biggest thing is, Nick and Chathan for Durfee have really been shut down since 7-point first quarters for them individually. A nice bounce back with the free throws in the third quarter, but nothing from the field.
Yeah, I had Nathan with 1 point in that third quarter, and Nick Salmon with 3. So we need more input from them this quarter. This is it. Okay, we need this game. I think we can pull it off, and hopefully we can come out with some urgency.
Montero back into the game. A little pull-up jumper for 2 by Alvarado.
Alvarado with his 8th point of the night. 2 threes is his first 2-point bucket. Again, New Bedford not going away, Evan. We knew that going in. They weren't going to back down from this game. They wanted to play spoiler tonight. Hopefully we can. Great ball movement. That's great ball movement on Durfee. That's a great job.
That is absolutely great. And you know what, too? Not only great by the passing, Nick waiting and to try to draw a foul, but then New Bedford staying off him so they don't get called on the foul. So that was just great all around. Now Nera with the rebound. Out to Tyshawn Lopes for a quick 3. Knocks it down!
Again, great job on the defensive end. Creating that offense, pushing the ball up. They chased the Nera. Way to recognize the shooter on the corner. Great job.
And it looks like Jathan's going to get called on foul number 3. He is. Durfee's 5th.
5th, Nera's 3rd. Again, I felt that was a little tic-tac foul, but great defense there, moving his feet. Felt a little bit too much contact, the referee. But
yeah, it came in hot, so sometimes that'll sway the officials.
Yep.
Coach Colson puts him in motion. They get it out to Alvarado, and the Whalers will reset. Look out for Antone. He's got the ball now.
You got Lopes on Antone. Lopes has got that nice length. Antone going up. Great defense. It looks like it. Oh. Felt it could have been a jump ball.
Jump ball, and Matt Kurt wanted to travel,
Yeah.
so two possibilities not going Durfee's way. Durfee gets.
The important thing here, Evan, Jathan Nera's 4th foul. What does Coach Guimond do? Does he take him out or does he keep him in the game?
I think you got to keep him in the game right now, and just Durfee gets the ball back.
Nice.
Dillon got there again, going one-on-one with Montero, thrown out of bounds.
I think if he's going to keep him in the game, Chaitin's going to be very disciplined to realize that he can't even attempt to reach in any type of play on a defensive end. We need him on the floor.
Yeah, can't breathe the wrong way.
That's correct.
Nick gets the inbound pass. Going to let things settle here. Jathan back to White, now to Nick in the paint. Good feed to Nillen,
Nice.
and gosh, he just can't get the break on those right now.
Great patience. You couldn't execute that any better.
Not at all.
But you got to finish. And now
Nillen has had some great looks underneath, and poor guy just can't get the luck of the draw.
Right. But again, Durfee's come out this 4th quarter with that intensity. I love it. Here's Salmon for 3.
Off the rim.
Off the rim.
And no good. So it'll remain a 5-point game, 54-49. Durfee starting this quarter with 5 points. That's a bad pass.
Great defense.
Breaking is White to the hoop, and it does fall. Timeout, New Bedford.
Tell you, Brendan White coming in the second half with 7 points and causing us a great run here, all starting on a defensive end, Brendan. Turning the ball over creates, a lot of times defense can create easy offense.
And we just saw Coach Colson smack that board down on the Fieldhouse grounds here. He is not happy.
Well,
and
again,
for good reason. I mean, the lead has dissolved. It's a 1-point game.
Right. Now,
I'm sorry, a one-possession game.
What Durfee was doing earlier, turning the ball over, now New Bedford's doing the same. So it's a game of runs, right?
It is.
Game of sports. So now Durfee's got the momentum. I like where we're at right now. If this, keeping that defensive intensity. Jathan Nera has 4 fouls. We cannot afford him to get his 5th to come out of the game. We need him in the game.
Absolutely need him in the game.
I think this game's going to go all the way down to the wire. I'm kind of excited. But a great timeout by the New Bedford coach. Stop the momentum, get his troops together, get in their face a little bit and say, look, let's wake up. Let's get back on track.
5:20 to play. Durfee has closed the gap. It was a 10-point game. Now it is a 7-point game.
All right, New Bedford ball here, 5:20 left, 54-51. Whalers. We got a barn burner here, Evan. So hopefully.
Antone looking for a big shot, no good. And Tyshawn Lopes with the rebound. That's probably one of the first misses for Antone tonight.
Great defense on Lopes. Got a hand in his face. You got to make them earn every basket.
Jathan able to get there after Antone tipped it away. To the corner to Lopes. Toppers with a chance to tie it with a 3. Would rather see them just take a good, well, this is for the tie, and it's good! Nick Salmon.
Again, how many passes there? 4 or 5 passes. Great execution. Didn't rush anything and knocked down the open 3. Great job.
Fieldhouse has come alive here on Friday Night Hoops. The steal by Nillen. Brendan White. We'll see if we get a foul. Oh, no basket. And it's Durfee ball.
Again, that defensive intensity, Evan. Momentum's changed. Now, Durfee's got the fire. Tied this game up. We're down by 10 at the end of the third. Coming back here. and making it a game.
10-2 run to start this fourth quarter for Durfee. Playing with the crowd here, I think. I think that's been the added helper here for them. Out to Lopes. This is for the lead. That's going to be wide to the right. Off the rim. Nilanera boxed out completely by Keeney. Great job
That's
there.
a great box out. Textbook box out. You couldn't teach that any better.
Almost losing it.
And
now he does lose it. Salmon picks it up. Going to slow things down. Nick is pushed down, going New Bedford's way.
That had to be a call. It looked like it might have been some contact there. But again, Nick's going to be a little more under control. We should have picked that ball up, get it back out, and set up the offense.
And now the coaches yelling at each other. Colson yelling at Jamison. And
always some excitement, Durfee and New Bedford.
But that absolutely, you called the foul, the fourth foul on Chathan Nera, and there was barely any contact.
That's
Nick
correct.
goes
it's gonna be
belly up.
there. I agree.
Absolutely. That's a bad non-call.
I agree.
And that's why Jamison's not happy.
Notice that Durfee's doing a better job getting on the shooters, 11 and 25.
And they shut down Antone.
Yeah.
This is for the lead. No good. Another air ball, and it's going back the other way.
Again, be a little more patient there. Settling, they could have got that three-point shot at any time. Keep moving the ball. They've been very effective on getting everybody involved. Make the defense move and get open look.
Yeah, don't get complacent. Because New Bedford will come back and put up 5 more on you in a heartbeat.
Right.
Antone. Nick Salmon back down to the back down.
Okay, foul on Tayshawn Lopes. Nick Salmon did a great job of stepping in and help defense and try to create that charge. I thought it was going to be a charge, but I guess he reached in from behind, putting Antone on the line for 2.
So now Durfee into bonus, and Antone will take the 2 shots.
And this can stop the bleeding because New Bedford has not scored a point in quite some time, Evan.
That's a big free throw there. Makes it 27 points for Antone tonight.
I think it's 12th of the half, second half.
That would be correct. Salmon and Nera underneath. Looking to box out, doesn't matter. Antone has not missed a free throw either, I'll tell you. He has had a special night.
He has, and he's carrying his team on his back. You better put some ice in that back after this game because
for the lead. Lopes from outside.
Lopes been the spark off the bench. That's his 8th point in this second half. 2 3-pointers. Great rebounding by Nilanera, and another foul.
That's a foul. It's the 10th team max for New Bedford. 2 shots for Durfee, the last 2:49.
I think that's 4 on Keeney.
Yep.
This kid Keeney plays hard, undersized, but man, he plays tough. Give him credit.
And Keeney was on the football team as well, because I remember the name.
Yep.
I remember the name because it's not spelt like you pronounce it.
Right.
So he was on the football team for Thanksgiving as well when we were up there. Nilan missing that first free throw.
You know, every free throw now is important. It's crucial. We can't afford to miss any free throws here. Let's knock them down. And 1 out of 2. And that's Nera's 3rd point of the second half.
He's got 10.
Now we got Durfee back up by 2. We crawl back, and defense is going to win this game. Great defense.
There's a steal. Tayshawn Lopes going to go to the basket. No fouls. Doesn't go. Chathan Nera with the putback. Timeout, New Bedford.
Telling you, great job, this kid, Tayshawn Lopes, putting more pressure defense on this kid, Antone, and knocking down some threes, and that's been the difference.
I'm surprised he didn't come in earlier in the game because there were plenty of games earlier this season that Tayshawn was starting, and he had some big games. Kind of went cold a little in the middle of the season, coming back from Christmas break, but I was surprised to not see him in sooner because he's a great player. He's done a great job.
I think the first half, again, he was a little hesitant, wasn't really into the game. Coach Geeman taking him out, gave him another opportunity the second half, and he's answered the call. That's why he's in the game.
Hilltoppers up 60-56. They've outscored the Whalers in this quarter 16-4. An incredible run here. This is what you call closing out a game.
Yeah, and again, Nick Salmon with 8 points in the second half, with Tayshawn Lopes 8 points in the second half, carrying the scoring load for the Hilltoppers.
Now, a lot of time left, of course. Vic, you've been in these huddles before, in these big games. You won a state title. What's the message with 2:33 to go?
Again, we got the lead. Again, taking care of the basketball. Make sure we get good shots in every possession. No second shots on the defensive end. And when they foul, we're going to make them pay the price and make them free throws.
Are you seeing a difference defensively for Durfee? Because I'll tell you, not just intensity, maybe some of the formation, some of the things they're doing, because it's definitely better than it was in the first half.
I think Coach Guimond is putting the right players, defending the right players, like Tayshawn Lopes, very athletic, more length, long arms on the kid and Antone, making him work for every basket.
Not to mention Lopes has more fouls to give.
That's correct.
That's another big deal, right?
His athleticism, too. Again, Antone is a tough offensive player. But, again, let's make him work for every possession and every shot. That's what we're doing.
All right, 2:33 to play. Durfee up by 4. New Bedford maxed out on fouls. Durfee with 7. Torres getting it to Antone. Pulling up in the paint. Great set there. Who's got the ball? It's loose. Somehow Montero comes out with it.
I was like rugby,
Wow.
right?
I
They're in the
know.
huddle, and that ball just came popping out, and New Bedford picks it up and scores.
That was insane.
Yep.
Durfee's going to answer now. Nillen back out to Nick. Nick throws it away. Captain!
That's a great save.
Unbelievable! To Antone. No good. Salmon with the rebound. And he'll try to get free.
Again, we got to take care of that basketball.
Wow.
We cannot be sloppy. Great
White
pass.
to Nillen.
Okay.
Nillen creeped up. I didn't even see him. Never mind the defense missing him. I didn't see him.
Let's give credit to Brendan White. Great penetration, a great look. Nice job, Brendan White.
Little
Keeney.
jumper for Keeney. No good.
Great
Nick
rebound.
Salmon with the rebound. We got a foul on the court.
They might be on there.
It is. Oh, that's a tough break.
Yep. That's his 4th. I think Montero had inside position, and Nera kind of pushed him and tried to get that rebound. But not a bad foul. Putting Montero on the line. We got a rebound on the missed free throws here.
So that's actually the 3rd plus the tech for Nillen.
Yeah.
And Montero at the line here. Misses. Nillen with the rebound. Go, can't keep it in. New Bedford ball.
Those are little things, Evan, little things that make a difference. Great box out. We got to come up with that ball. But easier said than done. We're sitting here, they're playing.
Of course. Torres throwing towards half court,
To Keeney.
center court to Keeney.
Lopes.
90 seconds to play.
Lopes not allowing Antone the ball. White on number 5. Great contest by Nick.
Chafin Nera.
Chafin Nera. Nice job. Looks like it could have been a foul. Yes.
And that's a
Nice
good call.
job. Nice job. Foul, I think, is 33 on Hilton. I think that's his 4th. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong.
It is his 4th.
Yeah.
And a timeout for New
Timeout.
Bedford.
And we have Chafin Nera shooting 2 down the other end. So 62-58. Now we got to make the free throws. We stop making these free throws, could be over.
Got to close out, as we
Yep.
said, and Durfee's done a really good job of coming back. And, I mean, a 10-point game erased at the start of the 4th quarter. That's impressive. That's
Yeah.
probably the best close of any game we've seen this year.
And give credit to Coach Guimond getting his team ready for the 4th quarter. I don't know what he said at the end of the 3rd, but he woke up the troops.
He certainly did.
And the defensive intensity brought it. If they would have brought that from the onset of this game, I think it would have been. This could have been a different result right now. But they came out to play this 4th quarter. They answered the call. They got to finish it now.
Coach Colson still barking at the official. I'll tell you, the officials showing some great patience because they could easily have called a tech on the bench here.
Well, you can tell them they're very seasoned officials.
Yeah.
You can't have rabbit ears as an official. A big
Yeah.
game like this for Durfee, they know the tradition, the rivalry. They know it's going to be intense and hard fought. And just let the kids have control of the outcome instead of the official.
Yeah, honestly, we complained about a couple calls, but they've been pretty solid tonight.
Absolutely, very consistent on both sides. Called the obvious, let them play. Again, I can't complain on the officiating. And at the end of the day, as a coach, officials don't lose the games.
Yeah.
Coaches and players do.
Yes, they may be the most hated people in the building.
Toughest job.
Toughest job in the building, but you're right. It's the players. That's what it comes down to. And Chaitan Nera going to look to try to make this a 6-point game here. Got to take 2 shots.
Durfee, I think, has 2 timeouts, Coach Guimond. The Whalers only have 1. So that can also play a factor here at the last 1:18 of this game. Chaitan knocks it down. His 4th point of the second half. Again, very clutch free throws, knocks it down. And that's what we need, Evan.
And let's
make
not
them foul us now.
Yep, and let's not forget now, they go outside to Alvarado. That's good from downtown. And it's a 3-point game. It's his 3rd from outside.
Again, that kid Antone didn't score, but he put pressure on that defense, found his teammate Alvarado, and Alvarado's been answering the call as well for threes.
So Durfee going to take their time, but they do have to come up with some points. They can't come up empty here in this trip. And remember, folks, the playoff berth is riding on this. Yes,
Absolutely.
There's one more game, but you don't want it to come down to one more game. Got to finish strong here and complete the comeback. Lopes puts it up, no good. 40 seconds to play. It's a 3-point game.
We had no white jerseys in the paint to offensive rebound.
You're right, nobody. All
no
red. Alvarado could not tie it up.
Open look. Great rebounding by Nick Salmon.
And Salmon's going to just say, hey, you want to get the ball, you got to foul me.
Get over half court. Nick Salmon's been the chairman of the boards for the Hilltoppers.
And there's your foul. Going to take 2 shots. And he's got 17 points for the game. Again, New Bedford has maxed out on fouls, so we're just counting personals now, and it's the first on Alvarado.
Yep. So I give credit to the Hilltoppers in the second half. Came out flat that 3rd quarter. Give credit to Coach Guimond and his staff for getting his players ready this 4th quarter.
And that's a tough miss right there.
Every point is crucial here.
And Durfee really has shot well at the line tonight. Yeah. They've hit probably about at least 66%.
This is where it matters, Evan. Crunch time, right?
For a 2-possession game.
Yeah.
65-61.
No fouls. Don't need fouls. Contest the shot.
Oh, Chaitan Nera with a bump there. Yeah. They keep it in somehow. Desperation 3, no good. Durfee with the ball with 6 seconds. The Hilltoppers going to get their revenge on New Bedford, but a foul is going to pause the celebration.
And congratulations to the Hilltoppers for qualifying for the tournament. Great job by Coach Guimond and staff and the players. Great comeback here. But give New Bedford credit. They given Durfee a run for their money tonight.
They certainly did. And you know what? Hopefully this is a wake-up call for Durfee because, you know, you get to the playoffs, it's all D1. There's no D4 Conley, no D4 Snowden, you know, no Dartmouth, who's on a 12-game losing streak right now. You're going to face tough opponents.
Yeah, and plus where they're going to be seated at only 10 wins for the season. We're going to play a higher seed.
Probably going to go on the road.
We need to come ready to play with a little more intensity right from the onset because with the better teams and better talent, it'll be a tougher climb.
I know, and it seems like every year we go on the road, we're up in Newton or Needham.
Right, and been there. Those are tough games to play.
They are. 3.4 to play, 66-61. Congratulations. The Hilltoppers are going to the playoffs. Yes. Huge comeback win, a 22-point 4th quarter. They started with 22 in the first. They finish with 22.
If we look at the pictures, New Bedford played unbelievable in the 3rd quarter.
They did.
And the roles were reversed.
They were.
And Durfee came out the 4th quarter and did the same to New Bedford.
Only 9 points allowed by Durfee's defense in this 4th quarter. That's what you call stopping the opponents dead in their tracks.
Absolutely. Again, give credit to Coach Guimond's plan for the 4th quarter. Great job with their man-to-man defense. Did not allow Antone any type of open looks. The kid Lopes did a great job off the bench, not only offensively, but defensively containing Antone, who put on a show here tonight.
They did. He only had the 2 free throws that he made in that 4th quarter, nothing from the field.
Correct.
And we talked about that at the start of the 4th quarter, too, is how do they contain him? Well, they figured out a way.
Yep. Give credit to Nick Salmon, played a hell of a game. Probably had double digits rebounds. Probably had a great double-double tonight. But the difference was the bench for Durfee. The kid Lopes came in and kind of changed that look the 4th quarter. Gave him that boost. Brendan White played a solid game as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Chayton Nera played a solid game. Played the whole fourth quarter with 4 fouls. Give him credit.
I know.
For not having any silly fouls picking up that 5th.
It was a team effort, and that's what you look for when you head into the playoffs, a team effort. And the Hilltoppers closed as good as they could tonight to take this win.
Yep.
So what a fun regular season finale for us. Playoffs are looming. Be sure to like and follow, if you're into social media, the Fred TV Sports Facebook page, because I'm going to be updating as qualifiers are officially announced through the MIAA towards the end of the week. For vacation week here.
Yep.
So we want to thank those who joined us on the air as well. Greg Sullivan, there he is. We had JP McDonald, our great crew behind the scenes all season long. And, of course, you, Vic. So glad we finally got to do a game. It was a good one to do.
Great one to do, and I'm glad the Hilltoppers came on top. And good luck to the Hilltoppers moving forward into the tournament.
Certainly. Folks, we will have tournament coverage for you after winter vacation. We hope you have a safe and great, restful week off from school. We'll see you soon. Evan Massoud signing off.